Hey, what's going on guys? Coach Seth here. So today I'm going to be telling you guys the most important muscle groups used in basketball. But if you're new here, my name is Seth Thomas and I'm a basketball and strength coach, helping you become a better athlete for basketball. So if you're interested in more videos just like this one, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video. And real quick, if you're interested in getting in shape for basketball fast, I have a free 10-week conditioning program that I'm gonna link up in the description. So make sure and go ahead and download that today. All right, let's go ahead and get into this video. So I'm actually only gonna give you 3 muscle groups. So before we get into these 3 muscle groups, I want to stress that as an athlete, as a basketball player, I do not believe in ignoring certain muscle groups. I believe you need to be working out almost every single muscle group at least once a week. So let's make sure and understand that before we jump into this video. But for this video, I just wanted to talk about kind of the most important muscle groups in my opinion for basketball. It's basically, if I could only choose 3 muscle groups, these are the muscle groups that would be the most important, or the ones that you should work the most frequently or never skip. Okay, so let's go ahead and get right into these muscle groups. So this first one is probably the most important one of all the muscle groups. In basketball, pretty much everything we do starts with this muscle group. I kind of wanted to put this one first, and it's kind of why I put it in first, because I think it's the most important. But we use our legs every time we jump, every time we go to shoot, every time we play defense. It all starts with the legs. Every muscle in the legs, your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, and your calves. I realize there's a lot of small muscles in each one of these, but we're just gonna keep it simple in this video. In my opinion, this is the most important muscle group in basketball. So for development of these muscles, I actually made a dedicated video on like the best exercises for basketball, and it's specific for lower body. I will link that video up in the description. Make sure to check that one out. So this next one could have an argument of being the most important. Although the legs are pretty much the beginning of every single movement, this muscle group is almost contributing in every single movement that we do at all times of the game, while we are on the ground or while we're in the air, because technically our legs are not being used after they leave the ground, right? But this muscle group is still being engaged. So that's why it could have an argument of being the most important. Your core is actually what is used throughout the entire game. Your abdominals and your obliques. It is very important to have a strong core for basketball, but it is a lot smaller muscle group than the legs, so that's kind of why I put the legs at number 1 for this. But they kind of both go hand in hand. You need both of them. I actually also made a dedicated video for the core, and it's kind of like the best exercises for the core, and I will also link that one up in the description. So the third most important muscle group in basketball, in my opinion, is probably the most ignored muscle group when it comes to training. But similarly to the core, it is used at pretty much all times of the game and is actually considered part of the core. But I wanted to separate these two because I think it's important to realize that I don't want people to say they're doing a core exercise and think that they're working this muscle group enough, which they are not if they're only working the core. So that's why I kind of wanted to separate these two. But this one is your back, your posterior chain. There are a lot of muscles in the back, but the 2 big ones are traps and your lats. Most of the time, whenever you go to work those 2 muscle groups, you're working all of those small muscle groups as well around the shoulder blade joint. There's a lot of small ones in there that are very important for the back. So if I haven't played basketball in a while and I go to play it hard, I just kill it. This is actually the muscle group where I feel sore the most. So if that tells you anything, it should tell you that this is a really important muscle group when it comes to playing basketball. So there are lots of great back exercises, and I've actually not made a dedicated video on this yet. So if you're interested in seeing kind of my favorite back exercises that I like to do for basketball, make sure to let me know in the comments below if you would like to see a video like that. So I hope this was helpful, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in more videos just like this one, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single video, and I'll see you guys next time.